right, everyone. We're not late. And backed by popular demand, Ned Flanders.
Jeez, I didn't know you had the intro, the whole setup here, the music.
AKA Tannor. And keep in mind that we are just two nerds that do too much research on equities. And we are not financial investors. We are not professional investors. We are not financial advisors. We are not investment consultants. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Please take everything we say with a grain of salt. We are not late at all. It is 9 o'clock when I hit the go live button. You check the timestamp. That's all that matters. Tanner's here. We're good.
Captain early.
You know what? He trimmed the mustache. It almost looks like he shaved it off when he smiles. He didn't go that far. Maybe one day we'll get him to shave it off completely. I don't know, but we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Did you realize that whenever I trimmed it back, the market saw a massive correction for the last couple of days, and now slowly it's starting to regrow. So guys, don't ever tell me to cut it off again. Every time it's bad news, let me just grow it out.
All right, Tanner's acting like he's a professional athlete with superstitions now.
You know, I don't clean the jersey. I don't cut the mustache. But.
Well, thank you so much for gifting a membership. I truly appreciate it. Tannor, a lot to talk about. Hood, I have a question. Why did they not put a press release out? We got Palantir, we got SoFi, we got some Nvidia stuff. Where do you want to start? You can pick. We got
Wait,
some BMNR.
What press release are you talking about?
The presentation. How come Robinhood didn't put out a Q3 presentation?
Do you need me to send it to you?
I mean, I went on their website. It's not up.
Oh my gosh, it was up immediately.
The earnings presentation, you cannot click on it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I have them all. They're in. I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, you have it. Well, so before you share that, I want to show you that I'm not crazy. You can't click on Q3 presentation.
Okay. Now go to just the overview.
No, I type in investor relations. I expect it to be on their investor relations site.
It is on their investor relations page.
I'm on the investor relations site. It's not there. Call your buddy Vlad. Tell him that the link should be clickable on Q3.
You're right. You're right.
Where would you like to start?
So just real quick, throw this up.
I guess we're going to start with Hood.
Yeah, they're not hiding it, bro. It's right here. It's just the front page. It's this button right here. And it doesn't take me to that. Or, well, it does take me to that, but it's not switching over the screen here. But
so I guess somebody just forgot to link it to where it actually says Q3.
Yeah, I guess. But let's we can start with Hood. We haven't talked in a while. What have we missed? Did we talk Amazon already? Did we talk?
You missed my rants last night about everybody needs to take a step back and take a Xanax and just relax. And Bad Boys 2, woosah. It just needs to relax, drink some milk. Because the sky is not falling.
It's not a bad investing strategy.
Listen, long-term money. Short-term is a sucker's game.
Has your audience told you that I've been trading a lot lately?
What do you mean you've been trading a lot? What is happening here?
My cat.
No, obviously your cat, but what do you mean? You're becoming a day trader? What are you doing? Live streams day trading?
I'm not day trading, but you know, we saw a big pullback on Meta's earnings. I decided to pick up a bunch of shares there, started picking up shares in Axon, in Reddit, and all of these companies where I'm seeing the price just based on some feels that the price is not associating well with what I think the company is offering.
Let me ask you something. Are you planning on starting a position in Meta to hold, or is this a flip? So
Meta's a little different. Meta, I'm buying because of the dip. Was not planning on building out a position, but obviously it's Meta. I'll probably end up holding it long term because it is, such a quality business.
Any chance you read my article on Meta?
Not a high chance, no.
Yeah. I know you're busy. I can go on a rant for you about Meta and really break it down for you in 3 minutes or less. It is where Alphabet was when Alphabet was like 170. So we can talk about that later. But yes, it's unbelievable right now how disrespected it is for the wrong reasons. So
I'd love to talk Meta. Yeah. Tell me about Meta.
All right. Well, you have to remember, I get a little crazy about these things because this is what happened with Amazon in Q2. See, when he smiles, it looks like he doesn't have a mustache. You see that? But now it fades away, then it comes back. It fades away, then it comes back.
Okay.
I mean, everybody in the chat, am I crazy or you guys see this? They want to know how many cats you have.
Just one.
Just one. All
Cat and a
right.
dog.
So here's where I think that everybody got it wrong with Meta. Phenomenal quarter. And the second that the headline came out that they missed on EPS by $5.66, sold off. Nobody even had a chance to hit press release and read it. Earnings call didn't even start, and Algo's got a hold of it. Then, now I can't prove this, but I would be willing to bet that if I had the information, I would be able to see that stop losses ended up getting triggered, and it just kept going lower. Now, being down 100 points on that earnings report is crazy because the real reason they missed earnings was because of a one-time tax charge, and it's because of a new accounting rule. Their CFO on the earnings call, Susan Lee, specifically said, this will be beneficial to earnings in Q4. It will be beneficial to earnings in 2026 and going forward. This was a one-time expense. And when you take that expense out, they destroyed earnings on a normalized rate. Not only that, their cash from operations grew quicker than their CapEx spend quarter over quarter by the tune of $1 billion on the spread between the two. This was the most misunderstood quarter since I saw people freak out about an AWS margin that was bullshit.
Wait, you said that their cash from operations grew faster than their
CapEx spend quarter over quarter.
But didn't free cash flow go down?
I don't believe so. I'll tell you right now.
Here, let me check.
So maybe it's the way that I'm saying it, but
no. Quarter over quarter, the free cash flow went up, but yeah.
Yes.
Q2 was specifically much lower than the quarters before.
So, and when I say that it expanded quicker, and I'm not using Excel, I'm just eyeballing it right now. Cash from operations went up by about 4.4 billion quarter over quarter, and their CapEx spend went up by about 2.3 billion. So pretty big difference on the quarter over quarter expansion on both. And this is the first time they've ever generated 30 billion in cash from operations in a quarter.
The Dookie Pie has made an appearance.
Thank you so much, Dookie Pie. I truly appreciate it. I gotta say to everybody, thank you, everybody, for being here. Truly appreciate it. If you're not following Tannor, please go follow him. He puts out great research. I really do enjoy talking to Tannor a lot. We call each other to talk about stocks off air. So
you still didn't you didn't put the sub thing, so people don't even know where to find me.
What are you talking about?
The subheader thing that I was telling you about.
I don't even know what a subheader is.
Okay, but no one knows who if they don't know who I am, they don't know who
Okay, at
Tannor
Future Investing. We will link his YouTube channel. So give me one moment. But yeah, I will find your YouTube channel while I rant about Meta just a little bit longer. So I'm actually going to bring up the earnings multiple. It's trading at under 20 times earnings for 2027. Like, that to me is insane. It just doesn't make any sense. It's one of the most disrespected stocks in the market.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least right now, isn't it so funny that we've had the opportunity to buy Google and Amazon like super cheap? Then they quickly turn around. What did you think about the news today with Siri and
Please go follow Tannor
Google?
at Future Investing on YouTube and on X,
Thank you.
aka Captain Mustache.
I didn't make the. I didn't mean to make a big.
Ted Flanders.
I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I'm just saying, like, Tannor means nothing.
I'm just saying, I always tell people to go follow you. I tell people to go follow Mitt. I tell people to go follow everybody in the crew. Matt, Tevis, Roy, Chris, Cashflow Chronicles, everybody.
Oh, actually, are we doing cookies and milk today?
I mean, there's no rules. You can do cookies and milk. I mean, I'm down on cookies and milk, sir.
Okay, I'm ordering them to my door. 1 second.
Oh, whoa. You don't have to go crazy now. You don't have to order them to your door.
No, I'm just texting my girlfriend. I'm not ordering them to my door.
I was going to say, sir, do you have a cookie dealer the way I have a milk dealer?
Okay, we'll see.
So I want to show you two things regarding Meta. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Actually, I'm going to share the window because that makes it a lot easier. And this is going to blow your mind when I show you two things. All right. Probably should have put this in a freaking PowerPoint.
No, this looks great, man.
That looks good. All right. So Meta is expected to do $33.61 in 2027. And they're trading at just under 19 times 2027 earnings with almost 30% forward EPS growth over the next 2 years. They are now on a forward multiple, the cheapest company in the Mag 7.
Dude, it is under 19 times.
Right. Under 19 times. And you have Costco and Walmart trading over 30 times with less growth. I don't have them on this one, but I have them on another one. They're both over 30 times 2027 earnings with less growth.
For a company that's been able to buy Instagram, buy WhatsApp, like just expand their TAM like crazy.
So I'm going to blow your mind even further.
Go ahead.
Which one is it in? Which one is it in? Obviously, I make a lot of freaking charts and stuff. It's in here somewhere. I swear to God, it's in here somewhere. Here we go. Broadcom and Meta, sir. Are you ready for this craziness? Broadcom is a bigger company by about $92 billion, $93 billion. They do, well, Meta does $86 billion more in revenue. They do $65.6 billion in more in EBITDA. They do 4 times as much cash from operations. 4 times. And look how much more they spend in CapEx, okay? They spend $62.2 billion more in CapEx and still almost double Broadcom's free cash flow. And they're a smaller company. Stop it. Just stop it.
That's a really good comparison because I've been looking into Broadcom and liking what I'm seeing. Great
company.
Everyone is.
Great company. Growth off the charts, 80% expected over the next 2 years. Huge amount of growth. Respect it, okay? But it's crazy that they're a bigger company than Meta right now.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting. So how heavy are you going into Meta right now? It's one of your larger positions, right?
I mean, you got to remember, I have a position where the average share price has got to be somewhere in the 50s.
50s?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had it like that.
We've owned it since the IPO.
You and your wife, you mean?
We've owned it since the IPO, yeah.
All right. Yeah, okay, so what is Meta's fair value? Like said in the comments.
I mean, look, I think it's fair value for me would be about 775, 800, that area. And here's why I say that. It gets it back into the mix. So at this point, you just have to play around with the numbers. And since we have everything on a spreadsheet, it's pretty easy to play around with the numbers. You put them at 750 a share. It puts them right back in the mix of Alphabet and Microsoft on a forward basis.
Well, still the cheapest.
Still the cheapest.
Yeah.
You put them at 800, it's still right in the mix between Nvidia and Microsoft. So that's why I'm saying I think fair value right now 750, 800, and at 1,000, they're still right around Apple, exactly the same as Apple at 1,000. So I can absolutely see them being at 1,000 sometime next year. That is my price target for next year, is that they get to 1,000, because I do think that they're going to expand earnings quite a bit and they're going to expand revenue quite a bit. So we'll see. But I'm shocked that shares are where they are. And if I wasn't actively buying other things, I would seriously consider adding Meta here, even though it would, increase my price per share considerably, which isn't a bad thing. You've done it on Nvidia. You know where I'm coming from with that. But Meta is such a good deal right now, in my opinion, and I don't see a lot of headwind in the future for them, just because Zuck used to say years ago, at some point, our growth will stop on a user basis. He stopped saying it because it just doesn't happen. More and more people use it because you have so many developing nations utilizing their applications that they have more than a third of the global population on their platforms. You're telling me you're going to be bearish on a company that has more than a third of the global population using its products? I'm not buying that bear case.
Yeah. No, man, that was my biggest concern, is like, even I forget the time, but they had like something like 2.8 or 2.9 billion users. And then that started to stagnate. And I was like, yeah, I mean, eventually you're going to hit a brick wall in growth, specifically on new users. Eventually you're going to hit a brick wall on average revenue per user. But when, like, I don't know, the population's only so big. But I think the part that people are discounting is how many new verticals they could enter. I'm done being
what a cute dog.
What?
Doogie Pie's dog. So cute.
Yeah, she's been wanting me to play that song on stream.
What, All Eyes on Me?
Yeah.
Tupac?
Yeah. Do you want to know what's bad? I had to look it up because I forgot.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Something I wouldn't have admitted to.
No, I'm an honest guy. And plus, I like your reaction to every pop culture thing or anything that I've missed. Yeah. I honestly think, Amit strives on. I think he loves the fact that he doesn't know movies.
He loves the fact that he doesn't know movies.
Yeah.
He called me today and asked me if he should watch Napoleon Dynamite because he had never heard of it. And I was like, don't waste your time.
I'm not a big fan either. It's a cult classic.
It's not. It's not.
It is. You either love it or you hate it.
I told him go watch Superbad if you're going to watch anything.
Do you know you said that and I watched it today?
You watched Superbad for the first time today?
No, I didn't say for the first time. I said I rewatched it because. Oh, one sec. I've got cookies.
Uh-oh. It's either he's letting the cat out or he's getting cookies. One of the two. Oh. What is this? Milk and cookies. Look at this guy. I love it.
5 cookies, too. I would have brought the Ream. She put me on a diet.
Do you have an 8-pack?
What?
Do you have an 8-pack?
An 8-pack?
Because if you don't, then you probably shouldn't be eating the cookies.
No, I'm going to eat these cookies.
Okay. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Dipping in the milk?
I love it.
That's milk and cookies.
That's pure art right there. Pure art. So, needless to say,
now the show has started.
I think Meta is undervalued. I'm a big fan. The numbers work for me. And I get very upset when people don't go through the earnings report, when algos get a hold of something for no reason, and when headline news is misinterpreted. And we've seen this happen before at other companies, and eventually it corrects. I think that this is an opportunity. If I didn't have a full position, I would seriously consider adding. I'm not adding right now, but I could be talked into it by myself in the future once I'm done building out my QXO position.
I have not touched QXO. You know, I'm only going to play the tech names.
Yep, I know.
But there's a lot happening in tech. I don't even know if I need to diversify.
There's a lot happening in tech.
What is it going to take for you to get on the hood train?
It's not happening.
Did you see the rule of 40?
No.
Take a guess. And guess high, because I'm obviously telling you it's high. So be
103.
unrealistically high.
103.
That's unrealistically high?
No, I'm just saying 103.
Be unrealistically high.
They have over 103 rule of
Yes.
40. Was it more than Palantir?
Yes.
Seriously?
Was it the highest I've ever seen? Yes.
Well, wait, they had a higher rule of 40 than Nvidia?
Not at Nvidia at its highest, but Nvidia right now, yes.
All right. What are they? But they're down after hours.
I mean, so was Palantir, right? So
What was the rule of 40?
What?
What was the rule of 40?
131.
It's impressive.
That's insanity.
Impressive. It's impressive.
That's crazy talk.
Dookie Pie, thank you so much.
How is Dookie Pie a member on your channel, but not on mine?
Listen, I'm truly appreciative. Thank you so much, Dookie Pie. Really appreciate it.
It was mid. It was mid, someone said. I literally just shattered an Oreo in my fingers because I got that upset.
Can you explain what the rule of 40 is, Tanner, please?
It's the combination, the percentage combination of total year-over-year revenue growth and adjusted EBITDA. Sometimes they do it on free cash flow margin. It depends on the rule of 40 you're looking at, but it's a way to show that you're having not only growth, but high-quality growth. And if it's above 40%, that can indicate that you're a well-run tech business. If it's 131%, you are breaking rules and creating a category of your own. You're 3 times higher than what the rule suggests. That's unheard of.
I haven't gone through this. I don't even know what they did. I'm going to give you my raw reaction to the earnings deck real quick. Funded customers going up. Obviously, all these metrics are really good. Total platform assets, very good. That's big revenue growth. Really big revenue growth.
100%?
Yeah, that's really big revenue growth for a company that is not really a small company. That's freaking great. Great margins.
Improving, yeah.
Yeah, great margins. I don't know much about this stuff, but okay.
But still, like, look at all the new products that they've been entering over the last little bit.
Yeah, we obviously know we're doing very well. Yeah, platform assets increasing 119%. I have a theory, and it holds true with SoFi. I think I may have said it with you Saturday night or another night, but I do think over the next 10 years, both SoFi and Robinhood will be winners as we see a generational wealth transfer. And I do think that they're going to do pretty well as, an unfortunate situation as a generation starts to pass away, unfortunately. There's going to be a lot of wealth handed down. And I think that some of the younger generation is going to end up putting these assets in Hood or SoFi. So I can see both of them gaining so much over the next 10 years.
Look at this, though. Go back up to the retirement accounts. It should be one higher.
Would you memorize this?
Well, no, I just saw it was on your page a second ago.
Yeah, that's freaking great.
It's up 1 point. Like the amount that they're adding, the amount that a per user for every new account that they add, it's that much harder to increase the amount of assets per user.
I'm more interested in this.
Great.
Is what I'm more interested in because they're about to hit 4 million paying subscribers.
I honestly am
reoccurring revenue, which is freaking great for them.
It's too early to call to say that they're going to be $1 trillion company one day.
It's a little hard to say that when JP Morgan isn't a $1 trillion company, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But Robinhood as a $200 billion, $300 billion business over the next few years is definitely in the cards.
Yeah, definitely. Without question.
But let's see here. Look at that market share gain across the board. This is not just them growing. They're growing way faster than their competitors.
It's interesting.
You know what's so funny is as I wrapped up my stream, my last stream,
look at this. Look at that option contract volume.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy, dude? They said that October was by far their best month, and they broke records across like essentially everything. You want to know what's crazy? Listen to this. You know prediction markets? You use Robinhood's prediction markets platform? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. They did 2.3 billion contracts in Q3. Okay? That's $2.3 billion that flew through their platform. Take a guess. Actually, I don't want you to guess anymore. I'll just tell you.
Just tell me, because I'm going to guess wrong.
In October alone, they did 2.5 billion contracts traded. So in all of Q3, 2.3 billion. In October alone, 2.5 billion.
What's their spread?
They get a penny per contract. So it was 20 million in Q3, 25 million in October. It's small, but they've like, what?
I don't hate that. That's freaking revenue for doing nothing.
They started this a year ago. And also, this is going to be a category of their business that 10Xs. Like, honestly, this will be $1 billion a year category for them.
It's freaking great. I really do like it. And thank you so much for the super. I will be actively listening to the call tomorrow. I actually took the day off from work tomorrow to get a few things done. This is one of the things on my list. Very excited about QXO, so we'll get into that tomorrow or Friday. And listen, 2% gang from the great Tannor. Tannerland.
Canada.
Canada. I like that. That's funny. That is funny. And Dookie Pie, thank you so much. So kind. Thank you. All right, Tannor.
So what's it called? Robinhood continues to grow. People are loving the product.
Yep.
I love buying these types of companies that, like, honestly, I'll sleep very comfortably knowing I hold this business just because the culture of the company will make sure that they have the best products every single time there's a new feature or service.
Well, I mean, you sleep comfortably every night. I mean, you do all the right things. You sauna, you cold plunge, you red light therapy. I mean, you have a perfect sleep score. I'm not worried about your sleep pattern.
You know what's so funny is as I wrapped up my stream today, I was talking about all this health and eating healthy and everything, and here I am eating Oreos. I luckily put in there though that it's not about striving for perfection. I do eat dessert from time to time. It's just not all the time. I've had this roll of Oreos in my house, and by the way, it's only you. I'm only eating these Oreos around you.
I love it.
But I've had this in my house for probably a couple months, this roll of Oreos. So, but they reseal. They're fresh, but
listen, as long as you're enjoying them, that's all that matters, sir. That's all that matters. So, did you see Palantir's earnings?
I did. I listened to the whole call, reviewed the whole earnings.
It is arguably the best earnings report I've seen in years.
I mean,
in years.
I agree. It was strong, but we have to remember Nvidia was putting up 270% year-over-year growth
That's
rates.
why I said in years.
Go
Years
ahead.
is plural. Okay. I will be a little bit more in depth for you. Okay. It's the best earnings report I've seen since Nvidia's freaking drop the jaw moment. I'm not going to say drop the mic and bite off Dan Ives. All right. Drop your jaw moment. There were two things from Palantir that just were absolutely wow factors. I am planning on writing a full article tomorrow with the goal of it being out on Friday about this. But I'm going to show Tanner two slides that I made. And it's going to start with
This is a sneak peek?
This is a sneak peek. I just updated the numbers yesterday, and I gave the audience last night a sneak peek. Here's why I'm saying this is the best quarter I've seen in so long. On a year-over-year basis, they added 100 contracts. Keep in mind, 100 contracts in a quarter, year-over-year, of $1 million or more. In the past 6 months, all right, we're going to stop for a second. Dookie Pie, we're just going to leave that up. You are a superstar. You're a rock star. Thank you so much. You are
That's Dookie. That's Dookie.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So keep in mind and roll with me for about 45 seconds to a minute, and this is going to blow your mind. So you had 157 $1 million plus contracts in Q2. First time they broke 150. Then 204 this quarter. So you have 361 new contracts just in 6 months on a trajectory that keeps going up quarter over quarter for the past 5 quarters. Okay. Then, before I give you the big piece of information, their total customer count has gone up year over year by about 280 customers or so. Palantir has a net dollar retention of 134%. And guess what's not included in that net dollar retention? I'm not even going to let you guess. Any company that became a client in the past 12 months does not account for anything in their net dollar retention. So,
yeah, but isn't that a negative? Aren't you telling me a negative statistic?
No, because think about this. If none of those companies are considered in that, okay, this is now all companies that will start bringing in revenue for Palantir that they are going to be upselling, and the net dollar retention has continuously gone up. And when we look at their revenue, I don't even think the S-curve has started on their revenue yet. Because now if they have 134% net dollar retention and they just signed up 300 new clients or 280 new clients in the past year, some of those aren't even going to be accredited for at least another 6 to 9 months. So this is going to be huge. They have huge free cash flow margins. Yes, I think the valuation's rich right here. My personal opinion, it can get as low as 125, but I think it's going to stay range bound between 150 and 180 for a while. And I think it grows into the valuation. And I do think it's going to be $1 trillion company within 5 to 7 years. It's the best earnings report I've seen in a long time. I'm very excited for the company. And I was very angry when I shouldn't say angry, but I was disappointed when so many people were going crazy yesterday because Palantir was down so much. And it's like, come on. This is a company that's been on an incredible run. The valuation and the fundamentals are two completely separate things. The valuation has nothing to do with the company. The company is executing on an incredible level. The Dookie Pie. I mean,
She's here.
I don't often stop my train of thought or stop what I'm saying. I gotta tell you, this is something else. Thank you so much. This is freaking something else. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. That's not the same one either. That's a different one. Truly
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Thank you so much. So, needless to say, Palantir, I think can go lower. I think it will get a little lower.
Doogie probably wants you to take your shirt off, by the way.
I think, I don't know about that one right now, but, give me a couple of weeks, maybe I'll think about it. But this is something where I think the calls for $60 is insane. This is not something I think Burry made an I mean, look, I don't understand why he bought puts, because this is something just like Tesla. This is a rule breaker. It's never not going to be a rule breaker.
Bro, the Michael Burry situation is crazy. I can't believe he's touching the only two companies in artificial intelligence that are making any goddamn money. Like, what are you doing?
And how about this? I don't even know what he did and what he didn't do, because I don't know him personally. But did you not look at the press releases or the earnings calls from Alphabet, Amazon, and Microsoft? Did you not see that there's 700 billion? Tanner's about to fall off his chair. He loves when I say this. $700 billion in backlog for cloud. That's not CapEx. That's companies spending on cloud services for those three companies. And guess what? All roads lead back to Tanner's favorite company, the company that Tanner told me to buy, and I told him no. The company that he said, you don't understand what you're missing. It is the future. And I said, they're not growing. How can they be the future? And listen, hats off to Tannor. He was in Nvidia before anybody. He was trying to get me in it before the ChatGPT moment. And listen, he called this one like a lot of other ones that he's called. And I got to tell you, I also think Nvidia going to 10 trillion, and I have to come up with a year, but I don't think people are ready for what the next 6 quarters are going to look like for them. I really don't.
What's the year for 10 trillion?
If these companies keep going on this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens in 2029.
I have mine closer to 2028, but we're close.
We're close. I would, and I said I wouldn't be surprised if it happened in 2029. So the rate at which these companies are spending, the way these CEOs are talking, and what we're seeing in the backlog, all roads lead back to Nvidia. How do they not lead back to Nvidia?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Dookie Pie.
You missed another 20, by the way. She donated $70 while you.
I can't keep up. I cannot keep up. If Dookie Pie and I were on a track, I would have been lapped like 80 times already. I can't keep up. Thank you so much.
Doogie Pie's great.
Really appreciate it.
What's it called? So, what were you just saying? So with the 700 billion, by the way, this is not even inclusive of, like, if you honestly think about it,
or anybody else, Oracle. This is just 3 companies.
Yeah, OpenAI has a $1.5 billion of commitment for that company alone, let alone Anthropic or what Gemini needs for their own models, or Meta and all of these other businesses. So it's crazy.
It's actually crazy. Yes.
There's another 50.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
She's giving you $220 to take your shirt off. You're not going to take your shirt off?
I mean,
actually more than that. She gifted you 10 gifted at the start. That's another 50. And she became a member.
I don't even know what to say.
It's $275.
I don't even know what to say except thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it.
There's another 50.
I mean, it's crazy.
Doogie, why do you donate cash to him and members to me? What's the thought process?
You know what, Doogie? You don't have to answer that. Tanner, why are you interrogating my friend?
No, I'm just curious. Hey, no. There's not one that's better than the other. They're the same.
Don't interrogate my friend.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same cost and everything. I'm just curious. It's a different style. She's out here flexing.
Listen, flex.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. This is only one day. What do you mean?
Doogie's been in my chat a couple times.
I mean, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
What was I even talking about? Oh, there's another 50.
Talking about OpenAI. This is only the beginning. Stargate, Oracle. All roads lead back to Nvidia, Tanner.
All roads lead back. All roads lead back, and I don't think that's changing. Yeah.
Dude, this is getting ridiculous. She wants you in grab. Why does everybody want me to get in grab? Why?
She's got a lot of grab.
I'm not getting in grab stock.
I think she's got like 320,000 shares of grab right now.
Wait, what?
Dookie Pie has 320,000 shares of grab.
So Dookie Pie believes in grab.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, look, I know Amit's very big in grab. They've tried
to take that damn shirt off, they said.
Listen. I mean, so many people like grab. I just, did they do anything in their latest earnings call that was big? I don't like stocks outside the US. I really don't.
Yeah, you don't even buy Mercado Libre, Nubank, none of the ones that I've tried to get you in. Another 50, by the way.
The only thing I bought outside of the US, well, I don't even know where I am. I think it was, she gave me another 20 first before that one. I'm looking at the shirt. I can't keep up with it. The only one that I bought was Baba. And I ended up getting out of that at 178 because Baba went so low that I said it didn't make sense. The numbers were too good. And I said that the only downside risk for me was if it got delisted. And I called my broker and I asked what actually happens if they get delisted.
Yeah.
And they told me what happens, that I still own it, but it would be on the Hong Kong exchange. You know, if I sold, I could still sell, but it would take weeks to get my money. But I would still have the same valuation. So for me, I was like, okay, that's not that big of a risk. So I kept buying it down to like, I want to say I started at 220 and I bought it all the way down to 90 or something like that. And then I had an average of like 115. I ended up getting out of 170 because I just felt there was a lot of headline risk at that point. This is, I mean, Dookie Pie, this is, I don't even know what to say, except thank you.
It's just a string of donos. It's insane.
I mean, let's put it this way. For the Saturday night stream this week, I'm going to be, again, a big cookie. And I took Sunday night off from Alternative Asset Weekly. This week when we come on, we're going to have we're new prizes again.
There you go.
We're new prizes again.
What else do we want to cover?
I mean, I think we need to cover BMNR.
Okay.
I think we need to do it. That was half of my video last night. And, you know, I first, before I say what I said, what do you think about BMNR right now?
What do I think about BMNR? I think that
Wait, why is somebody asking me to guess what Doogie Pie height is?
Doogie Pie is a female from Norway.
Oh, so Viking.
How tall do you think she is?
I mean, when you say that, I mean 6'1", 5'10", somewhere in that area.
You're low.
Really, 6'4", 6'5"?
You're low.
What?
She's 6'6".
What? Pure Viking.
And I'm pretty sure she's also a dominatrix by trade.
Okay.
She's a 6'6" Norwegian dominatrix. And boy, oh boy, does she love Grab, AMD.
I made such a big mistake on AMD.
Yeah.
I mean, I freaking sold that at $3 and something cents.
Bayonetta.
I absolutely I was in AMD when they built their APU chip back in 2011, 2012. And I was stuck. Like I was actually buying it and then getting out of it because it kept flowing from 5 to 7. And then it ended up crashing on me. And I dollar cost averaged around 2 or 210. And then I ended up getting out at 368 after being stuck with it for like 2.5 years. And the time I sold it, freaking just went up like a rocket ship because of all the Bitcoin mining.
Yeah. Speaking of BMNR really quick, going back to that, BMNR is tied to Ethereum. I don't think that there's any concerns around the 7 employees that they have to give stock-based compensation to. There's no real holding cost to the business. So there's no risk of, there's like a bunch of people saying it's going to go to zero. I don't see any risk of that happening. Okay. But you have to believe in Ethereum working. And from what I see on the network is that it continuously grows in terms of total usage on stable coins, real world assets, different things being built from Alibaba to JP Morgan to all these different things. So I continue to believe in BMNR, but also this is crypto. Like there's insanely speculative. Price does not have to line up to my amount of conviction. Like this could go all the way down to 2,500 before it turns around.
So what I said to everybody yesterday, Tanner, is that I went into this with a thesis. I was not a crypto person. The Genius Act gave clarity, and this is a new SEC. And I bought this on an idea that stablecoins and tokenization is real. And when I looked into the companies that were building on Ethereum layer 2, was MasterCard, was PayPal, Shopify. And when I look at where everything is moving to, you see what Noto said on Q3 earnings call about stablecoins in Q1, that I think that this is real. I think that this is going to be very big in 2026, and that the amount of volume in stablecoin transactions will create a scenario where Ethereum becomes deflationary because of their 1.51% issuance cap. And if that happens and then you get tokenization, I think that this is going to be a situation where Ethereum goes up. This was not and I think too many people got into BMNR with the idea that this was going to go to 60, 70, or 80 in a week or two because of the momentum and Tom Lee going on CNBC, et cetera, and that it could be at 100 or 120 by the end of the year. And I think for a lot of people, this was just a quick flip. For me, it was a way to get involved with something that they can not only stake, restake, and restake through DeFi, but also become a huge network validator to create additional revenue. And those are things that I can't do. So I felt that all that would be accretive to the bottom line. They have very low overhead, just a couple of employees, I think 7 or 8. And I thought that this would be really good. Where I'm going with it is I'm looking at a 2, 3, 4, 5 year timeline. I'm not looking at a couple of weeks. And it's amazing how people don't like buying things on the way down, but they run to things on the way up. And SoFi is a perfect example. How many times did you and I sit here when SoFi was $6, $7, $8 and say this just doesn't make sense at this level? And nobody wanted to touch it. And then it gets to 15, 20, and everybody wants to touch it on the way to 30, but you didn't want to touch it under 10 in the single digits. So I think the same thing's happening with Ethereum. And you know what? If Ethereum keeps going down, it goes down to 2,000 or 2,500 over the next couple of months, and we have a crypto winter, who cares? That's why you have to have a long-term mindset. Have a freaking idea, have a plan, do the research. Don't let volatility stop you out. I mean, if you look at a 5-year chart, we've seen at least 4 instances of these huge drawdowns with Ethereum. So this is nothing to me.
Yeah, I do think the only thing I would change is, like, I do think it could have ran in a short period. Like, crypto does have that effect. Like, once it gets running, it runs. But it just didn't this time. But
oh my God, Tannor has a daddy. Everybody does.
You weren't watching, were you? My stream?
No, I was writing an article for Seeking Alpha that I put out on Thursday mornings.
Okay, good. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
No, nothing. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I do need, you know what? I'm reading the chat. I need to make my own line of t-shirts that do say, I don't care across the chest. Absolutely. Putting that on my list of things to do, by the way.
Did you see that Chime said that they're giving a $33 million payment to SoFi next quarter?
For what?
Because they're leaving Galileo, which we already knew about. Supposedly, it was in the documents that we already knew that payment was going to happen.
Okay.
I didn't see that in their Chime's S1. So they were expecting it in Q1 of 2026, but we're going to get it next quarter. They're pulling it forward.
Okay.
So that represents about 30% of SoFi's tech revenue from a single customer in Q4.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I guess it's not very cheap to leave SoFi. But
well, no, I mean, look, the terms of those contracts most likely are, if you terminate, you owe the rest of, why are you smiling?
Doogie Pie said that I have a sugar mama now, and you have a sugar mama.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to be kept.
I'm good with that. So I just feel like, because I've seen a lot of contracts like this, the termination clause, if you leave in year 2 of a 4-year contract, a lot of these service-based contracts, you still owe the duration of the remaining obligation or a percentage of it. So I'm not shocked at what you're saying.
How's the mayoral situation going on in New York?
Listen, let's give the guy a chance and let's see what he does.
All right. I think that's fair.
He's not even in office yet. Let's see what he does.
So you're not taking that shirt off? There's another $50. I think
everybody is just too kind. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it.
No, they're adamantly asking for something. You're asking like it's kindness. I think they're buying that shirt off of you.
I mean, Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, look, let's just leave it at he's not even in office yet. Let's see what he does. Okay, let's give him a fair shot.
Okay.
Look, it's in my best interest that he succeeds.
Well, that's true. That's true.
It is in my best interest that he succeeds. It is in my best interest that he does a good job for the city. So let's see. Gotta give him the benefit of the doubt.
Axon.
Axon.
You ever look at this company?
Tannor. Axon is another company that I bought at 20 and I sold at 30. And you know why I bought it? Because when I bought it, they were the first true cloud company in the sense of a product, not AWS or something like that, but they had already transitioned from tasers to the body cam, but they did a whole chain of custody in the cloud for the footage to go uploaded from the cam to their cloud feature, and their whole chain of evidence made the stock go 50%. I got out. And it just kept going. Why wouldn't it?
Because of the thing that made it run 50%. Because the services revenue, subscription revenue.
It's crazy.
But I ended up buying the dip after earnings. The stock fell, 21%, something like this. I think it's still down 9%, but it was a pretty decent recovery from the bottom. But now I'm wondering, as I'm reading more about their quarters and everything, if this is a position that I might turn from a trade into an investment. And not because I'm down. A lot of people turn trades into investments whenever they're down. I'm in the green. I'm up like 12%. Do you think that that's a name that we should honestly consider? Or
why are you saying that this is down, Tannor?
Because it fell 20% in a day.
Dude, it's up 44% over the past year. That's not being down.
I didn't say it was down over the last year. I'm saying it's...
I know. I'm just saying, I don't take that. I don't know. It's still a great chart.
Yeah. Still expensive valuation.
104 times earnings ain't cheap.
No. Fast growing. Very fast growing. High margin. Do you think it's someone like Mamdani threatens their business model a little bit?
Look, we don't know what was. So let me put it like this. We don't exactly know what he said on the campaign trail is going to transition into policy. That's why I'm saying we got to see what he does. We got to give him a chance. I can't answer any of those questions.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, it's expensive. Now they got a lot of growth, 31% revenue this year, 26% next year, 23% the following year. So you got a lot. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it.
Onita's in
look, I'm still DCAing in the BMNR. I'm not getting shaken out. I'm not in this for a couple of days. I have a long-term thesis on it. And I do think that there's a lot of building on Ethereum layer 2. I think tokenization is real. I think that stable coins are real. And if those two things are real, Ethereum should be the largest beneficiary. And if it is, BMNR is positioned to benefit very well. So that's my take on it. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. It could keep going down. I don't know. But for me, I'm not done buying yet.
Yeah, the interesting thing, someone said, how much is BMNR leveraged on Ethereum? They're technically not leveraged at all.
No, they're doing equity raises. They're not taking out debt.
Yeah. There's honestly no risk. The only risk is if they just continue to dilute current shareholders and they're not getting good buys. If Ethereum keeps falling and they keep buying it more expensive than where the price is tomorrow, that's just going to bring the stock down. But if you believe, after all the movement in Ethereum, that at the end of the day, it's going to find new highs later on, BMNR is more likely than not going to find new highs with it. And remember, right now, they can't afford to pay their employees and do stock-based compensation without, hurting MNAV. But if they start staking, that would immediately pay for any of those small expenses. So there really is not much risk. Well, okay, I can't say that, but like there's not much added risk versus Ethereum. How about that? Ethereum in itself.
The risk is the price of Ethereum. That's the real risk.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Every time I freaking look at Grab, it looks interesting. I just can't bring myself to pull the trigger. I mean, they have freaking over $7 billion in cash on hand.
Seems like too much cash.
With no debt. 320 million long-term debt with $7 billion in cash. Like their net debt position is insane. I mean, you're buying a large cash. I don't know, man. I'm going to look at Grab again.
If you were to give it a letter grade, what would you say is how good that quarter was? Like
for what?
Grab, F, D, C.
Oh, I'm just looking at the financial statements. I'm not looking at the quarter. I don't know. I really don't know anything about the company except for what Meta's told me.
Would you put it like A minus?
I'll tell you, the financials are really good.
All right. All right. How long do these streams go for?
For a while.
For this stream, we've done an hour.
Yeah, so we'll go at 10:30.
No.
What do you mean? Oh.
Well, let's talk about something.
Yeah, we're talking about BMNR.
I know.
And
I want to be taught something.
What do you want to be taught about? You want to be taught about Amazon? What are you on the fence about that I know about? How about that?
Ooh.
If you want to be taught something, tell me what you're on the fence about.
Well, I would like to hear more about your thoughts on Google and Amazon for sure.
Sure. I actually have a presentation for you that I put together, sir.
Thoughts on Tesla wouldn't go down.
I'm actually covering the. I made a promise that I would follow the shareholder event tomorrow and do a write-up. So we're not going to talk Tesla today because I got to do something for Seeking Alpha.
I think I ate a bunch of cookies. I'm on a sugar crash now. I think that the commenter's right.
What do you mean you're on a sugar crash?
I had a bunch of cookies.
For what?
From Oreos.
Yeah, I said, so what?
So what? I feel tired now.
Oh my God. You're just not used to sugar, sir. All right. So let's go with Alphabet. Sound good?
Yes.
All right. I think this is the correct deck. It is the correct deck. All right. So, CapEx. And I have to do this slide from memory. The number is going to be a little off because I just don't have the spreadsheet open. But the rate at which these companies are spending on CapEx is absolutely crazy. They did about $220 billion in 2024. In the trailing 12, they're about 315. And Microsoft, they're not on a calendar year. They're on a biannual. So their Q4 is really our Q2. They've already put in their 2025 numbers. So when I take what they did for their fiscal 2025 year, and then what Meta, Alphabet, and Amazon have projected for CapEx this year, they're going to be around $330 billion on CapEx. And it looks like they're going to be, the four of them combined, over 400 for 2026. A lot of money getting spent.
Yeah. Is it too much money?
No. You have a 700 billion backlog for cloud services for three of those companies. So if you have to spend that much CapEx to have a 700 billion backlog, plus all the money you're generating now, and you're not tapping the debt markets, no, it's not too much, because that's where everything is going. They're funding this through profitability. So This was an incredible quarter for Alphabet. Now, are you an Alphabet shareholder, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good man. Search not getting cannibalized, as I've been saying, and you can attest that I've been banging that drum for a long time with several people trying to convince me otherwise.
And growth accelerating.
Search, look at this chart. Accelerating growth, new all-time highs, year over year, 14.5% increase. They did 56.57 billion in revenue. YouTube ads, 15% year over year growth. Google subscriptions, 21% year over year growth. Here's the big one. Cloud, 33.51% growth. They're at 15.2 billion and they added 3.8 billion year over year. When I look at the Google Cloud revenue, okay, it's absolutely crazy because their backlog grew 46% quarter over quarter and 82% year over year to $155 billion.
Yeah. 46% quarter over quarter.
And it's going to keep accelerating because Google Cloud signed more billion-dollar deals in the first 9 months of 2025 than in the past 2 years combined. Think about that for a second. Now, AI, everybody said, oh, OpenAI is going to eat their lunch, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, cool story. How about the fact that Gemini models are processing 7 billion tokens per minute via APIs? Or that Gemini app has over 650 million monthly active users, or that AI mode now has over 75 million daily active users in the US. And AI overviews have now scaled to 2 billion users globally. So and Gemini Enterprise has 2 million subscribers across 700 companies. So when I look at this, I think that Alphabet is potentially just getting started. And I know that it's silly to say that, but I think that this company should be valued a lot higher. And the fact that you have old world companies at a higher valuation than Alphabet with this type of growth, and let's not forget, this is a company that's doing 400 or 450 billion in revenue. I mean, this is a crazy amount of growth for a company that large. I actually think they're undervalued. So I like them here.
Did you see the Apple Google news today?
No.
Google and Apple are partnering to use Gemini for Siri.
Interesting.
It's going to be only $1 billion a year is the contract payment.
Wait, only $1 billion?
Only $1 billion. So what I was thinking, because these are only reports right now, or like first glance reports right now. I wonder if somehow part of it is like they're going to use all the data or something to help pay for this, to help train the model. So then like there must be something more, because $250 million a quarter seems extremely low to service Apple.
Especially when we know what they've been spending on Google, what's their freaking thing? Chrome.
Yeah. No, exactly. What a great example. You know, what is that? 20 billion a year?
20 billion a year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting 1 billion back to design Siri.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me at all.
Yeah, Diamond Bitcoin right there. Tailored $1.2 trillion parameter Gemini AI into Siri for advanced summarization and planning on private servers. Set to debut on iOS 26.4 by March of 2026.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, man. I think Alphabet is undervalued. That's interesting. And I looked at Amazon. Amazon is extremely interesting to me. Are you a shareholder
of Amazon? Yes.
Look at you going all big tech. I remember the days you only had Nvidia.
And well, you know what's funny is the two big tech names that I had was Tesla and Nvidia.
Yeah.
But at the time that I bought them, they were not considered big tech. And then they became big tech.
Listen, that's why you're a superstar among mere mortals, sir.
No, no.
You are a superstar among mere mortals. You have a lot of brain power in that mustache. I don't know why you shaved it. I mean, you may need to grow the stash out to get more picks like this.
I think so. I think so.
Oh, I just want to answer one question. So I am going, for people who asked if you could get these slides, I am going to, Tanner, let me ask you this. Can I put files on the member site for YouTube?
They can't see that file. So if you're going to share it to them, they won't be able to see it.
I can make it a published link and put it on as a post, right? On the members only thing.
Yes, but that wouldn't be between me and you. You just make
no, but I mean for the members of the Milk Gang.
Yeah. You're just asking me a YouTube question.
No.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the shared file between.
No. So
yeah, you can create a Dropbox and let people go in and access those files.
Okay, so can we get this slide? This slide and other slides that I make will be available for the Milk Gang, which is the private group on my YouTube. I will be asking Tanner to show me how to do what he just said, make a Dropbox, and be putting these files in, and you'll be able to access them. I do a lot of PowerPoints, so occasionally my boomer tendencies come out, and I need smarter people than me like Tanner to help me out, aka Ned Flanders.
But what are you using to make these charts? Is it Excel or Google Sheets?
Google Sheets. I like the charts in Google Sheets better.
If it's Google Sheets, you can just share the sheet.
But that's what I was saying. I can just make it viewable, get the link, and just put it as a post in my comments on the. Yeah. So this will be part of the members only stuff. I will figure it out. I took tomorrow off from work. I have a lot of work I'm planning on doing for this type of stuff. This is on my list to get done because I'm starting to make videos for the Milk Gang, for Milk Gang only, and putting these types of things up. So for Amazon, what I thought was really interesting, Tanner, and I'm not sure how heavy you went. I don't want to know how heavy you went, but I'm really excited about where they are from an operating standpoint, because with AWS, I just got to go through my notes real quick. Reacceleration of growth, 20.23% AWS revenue growth, over 5.5 billion. But what we saw, they're at a revenue run rate of 132 billion. Operating income was 11.4 billion in this quarter, and they added 3.8 gigawatts of power capacity in the past 12 months. Their Trainium 2 adoption, 150% quarter over quarter because of Project Rainer, which is now using 500,000 of the chips, and they're expecting it to get to 1 million by the end of the year. And the third version is coming out fairly soon. Amazon also announced something very bullish for you on two fronts, Amazon and Nvidia, because they announced the EC2, whatever it is, GB200 Ultra server that uses the Nvidia Grace Blackwell super chips. So I think that there's a long runway for Amazon because they're consistently in the double digits now, 5 out of the past 6 quarters of operating margin. Amazon is projected to be the first $1 trillion revenue company in 2029. I think that if Amazon can deploy more robotics, where I believe that they have 700,000 robots throughout their infrastructure now, if they can deploy more robots and utilize AI as their revenue scales, I think they can get to a 20% operating margin in 2029, which will put them at 200 billion operating income, which is double the operating income that Nvidia does now. And Nvidia is a $5 trillion company, 4.8, whatever it is, but they hit 5 trillion. Amazon's only a 2.6 or 2.7 trillion dollar company. They're not even 3 trillion. So I think Amazon has a good runway to get to that 7 trillion to 10 trillion area in the next 4 to 5 years. So to me, because their operating margin is so slim, and because they have the AI capability and they're already deploying all these robots, they really may be able to increase their margins. And I think that Amazon is one of the most interesting stories in the Mag 7 because of that.
$38 billion deal with OpenAI as well, signed after earnings. And Andy Jassy was very clear to say that the remaining performance obligations did not include unannounced deals for them. And then they signed $38 billion more. So I think RPO is at 202 billion, something like that. I forget what it was. But yeah, it's just crazy. All the deals that are coming through and how bearish people are being on the multiple that they're willing to give these cloud companies, because they think
it doesn't make
something's going to happen where all of these contracts are going to fall through and somehow AI is going to prove itself to not be useful.
Well, and it's not just that. How can you actually give Walmart and Costco a bigger valuation than Amazon? I mean, seriously, what are we doing here? Neither of them have cloud infrastructure. And let's be real. If Amazon wanted to go after Costco, they could put the hurt on Costco real quick. Mm-hmm. It's very easy. Do you go to Costco, Tanner?
I do.
How far is Costco from you?
I'm not going to answer that.
Why? I'm not asking you what town you live in.
Well, everyone knows what town I live in. So
really?
Yes.
I don't even know what town you live in.
Okay, well, you're going to start seeing some comments about it. So
okay, so let me phrase this differently. If I had to speculate, okay, I would speculate that the average person has a 20 to 30 minute drive to Costco. If I had to speculate, we're going to use 30 minutes as an average. At 30-minute average, that means it's an hour to and from. Then parking's a bitch at Costco. So you got to figure 5 minutes to 10 minutes of parking. So that's an hour 10. And then actually walking to get the cart, going on the line and shop, and then checking out. And we all know that people don't just go into Costco for a couple of things. They walk up and down extra aisles. So where I'm getting at this is an average Costco trip when you figure in travel, parking, checking out, has to be 2.5 hours. Has to be. I don't think, unless you're going in the middle of the day when everybody's at work and you can get in and out and back home, maybe it takes you an hour 20. It's not like it's a short thing. So if Amazon started getting into the big box business where they went after Costco and Sam's Club and they already have the logistical network, they get into that, I'm getting rid of my Costco membership quickly because there's no reason for me to go to Costco anymore. Especially if they do fresh baked goods and everything. I mean, come on.
No, dude, I love Costco.
So do I. I'm just not allowed to go to Costco. I'm not allowed to go. When I go into the Costco bakery aisle, forget about it. No good. No good.
I don't even really get anything for like as a bakery item from Costco.
Listen, Costco cookies are freaking great. All right. They're great.
I remember they used to sell like a ton of bagels, but you'd have to buy like 2 or whatever
what did you just say?
How do you say it? Bagels. Bagels. How do you say it? It's either bagels or bagels.
It's a fucking bagel.
Bagel.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway.
There's 2 ways to say it. Okay.
Okay.
That being said,
Costco has amazing things, but Amazon could take the fight right to Costco.
Yeah. I don't know. There's been a bunch of companies, Sam's Club, all these different businesses that have tried to do what Costco does. And it's not that easy. Like Costco is something special, but the multiple that I've got nothing against Costco as a business, but the multiple is sickening and I don't like the stock.
The multiple is disgusting.
How do you say it? Is it bagel or bagel?
It's a freaking bagel.
So you say with a Y, you say bagel.
There's no Y in bagel.
You're saying it like that. You say it again.
It's just one of those things where two vowels does not make it. I know what you're trying to say, but it's a freaking bagel.
Say it again.
It is a bagel.
Bagel.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. But yeah, you're right. Look at this. Look at that valuation, sir. Look at that valuation. You're trying to tell me, not you, but the market is trying to tell us that we should be paying 31 times for Walmart and 38 times for Costco when Amazon is at 26 times and Costco and Amazon's got more growth than both of them. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, the problem with Amazon is that they have a cloud business, and cloud businesses are worse than e-commerce businesses.
So they say.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, that's what the market's telling you.
So they say.
That the market tells you get into the cloud, this high margin business. That sucks. What you need to get into is low margin commerce
with huge rents or huge capital leases or huge real estate expenses, ton of employees, just I don't know. This has never made sense to me that Amazon has a lower valuation than these two. And when I see stuff like this, like, okay, Coca-Cola trading at 20 times, I'm good with that. But it also has 15% growth over the next 2 years. So if you're giving a 20-time multiple on 2027 earnings to Coca-Cola, I'm sorry, but Alphabet, Microsoft, and Meta should be nowhere near where Coca-Cola is. And this is why I don't think that the market's expensive by any means. I think that there are companies that are out of control that deserve to be slashed by 50% or more, but they're not even the S&P 500, so it wouldn't matter for the market. These are companies that are pre-revenue that have gotten a stupid multiple. But there are a lot of companies that are doing really good that I don't think is crazy. I don't think paying 25 times forward earnings for a great company is crazy. Look at Nvidia. 79% growth over the next 2 years, and they're trading at 24 times 2027 earnings. Like, that's not expensive.
Oh, dude, I think that
you said you had something to say about Nvidia. Let's close it out on that. What did you want to talk about with Nvidia?
I don't want to talk about Nvidia.
You said you wanted to talk about something with Nvidia. I don't follow IREN. So Sam tried talking me into it. I don't follow it. I can't tell you. Milkman's not mad. I was, Costco. Here we go. I'm from Tannor. That's hilarious. Now I pronounce it as bagel.
It's a bagel. I don't know. It's a bagel.
Lord Tannor, get it right. No, but you had said on the phone that you had something to say about Nvidia.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Well, I think Nvidia is going higher.
Yeah. No, dude, I think that it'll be probably a $10 trillion company by like late 2028. That's what I foresee. And
yeah, so we're really not that far apart when you say late 2028 and I say potentially 2029. We're really not that far apart on that.
Yeah, because you look at what Jensen says over the next 6 quarters, that gets you halfway there. Like
yeah, oh, absolutely. I'm with you.
And if Lisa Su and Jensen are on the same page that we're 2 years into a 10-year build out, that this will get to $1 trillion+ capex annual spend. It's no longer just United States companies. This is global. China might be back in the picture. Who knows? Who knows? We might be able to sell Blackwell chips whenever Vera Rubin comes out. Scott Bessent said that.
We got some big news.
Or Bessent. Sorry.
We got some big news, Tanner.
Go ahead.
We got some big news. Here to share this with Steve, MasterCard announced a partnership with Ripple and Gemini to explore using the RLUSD stablecoin on the XRPL blockchain to settle traditional credit card transactions. All roads lead back to Ripple, which means all roads lead back to XRP, sir.
Yeah, but you're buying ETH. So
I got a 19-cent cost average on XRP, sir.
that, you know what? I'm anti those types of comments. If you believed in it, you would have bought it on the way up.
I
You
believed
don't
in it when
believe in
nobody else did.
You don't believe in it anymore, so you're no longer buying. If you think it's going to go to 10, you should buy today.
But I have more reason to buy Ethereum and BMNR now than I do XRP because I have a full position in XRP.
Yeah, Amit says you don't believe in it. I don't think
Amit
you
always
believe in
says
it.
I don't believe in it.
You know what? These super, super low cost averages that people say sometimes, like, okay, you had faith in it back then, and then you lost your faith,
I didn't lose
and
my
you don't
faith.
have the balls to sell. So you're just
Why,
holding.
why would I sell? I have no reason to sell. It has nothing to do about balls. I have no reason to sell.
If you believe it's going to 10, you should buy a lot more now because it's going to be
I believe it's
good
going
return.
higher than 10.
What?
I believe it's going higher than 10.
Well, then what are we talking about?
I mean,
when's the last time you bought Nvidia? I think it was like 145, 150, something like that.
yeah, I mean, I bought Nvidia 178 or something like that, 180.
That's me buying all the way up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, look, Tannor has bought 100%. Tanner's bought all the way up on Nvidia. There's no question about that.
Well, to be very fair, bought a lot, sold some, waited a lot, and then started buying again as I realized what it is later. But yeah. I've definitely increased my average cost by a lot.
And I think it was a good play. I think it was a very good play. I think that freaking Nvidia is going to do really well. And, you know, we'll see what happens in the next couple of years. But I think 2026 is going to be a very good year for big tech, especially Nvidia, because all roads lead back to them. And when the Clarity Act comes out, I think crypto is going to do something.
We wrapping?
We're wrapping, sir.
Take it away.
I mean, I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to stay on for a little bit and answer some questions.
Okay.
If you want to leave, you're more than welcome.
I want to send you a private message. Just real quick. I'm just going to put this in chat. Okay. Sorry, you can keep talking. But all right. Tell me if you see that, Steve.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, okay. Don't state what that's
No, I'm
about.
not. I would never.
Okay. We're gossiping about you, Amit.
Is Amit there?
Yeah, he's in chat.
Amit, come on. I'll send you a link.
Amit, you take my place, brother.
Tannor, look at what I just put in private. You good with that? I think we should actually do that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, that could be great.
I think that would be good.
If you need to put that in private. That's not really.
No, but I mean, you know, we haven't settled on anything, but I think it's a good idea for us.
He wants to do regular streams. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, let's see what the chat thinks. Should Tannor and I do a Wednesday night 9 p.m. stream every week? I think that Tannor and I do pretty well together. Amit, I'm sending you a link to your Gmail. Let's talk some hood.
He said he's going to bed.
No, he's not. He's not going to bed. Stop it.
I am. You want to know why?
You have a perfect sleep score, sir.
Well, that in shift 4 tomorrow. Good luck to me.
Good luck to you. Amit, I sent you a link to your Gmail. Everybody's saying yes. I think we should. I think we should do a show every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. for an hour, hour and a half.
I mean, I could be persuaded. I do love to talk stocks.
So let's do it. Let's make it official right here, right now. Starting next Wednesday, be the first inaugural 9 p.m. show at Wednesday. What do you say?
I I could be down. Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
They're saying we got good chemistry. They're saying that
These dates are going well.
I think we should
make it official.
Let's do it. Let's make it official.
Okay, I'm going to bed. Sounds good.
You go to bed. You go get your perfect sleep score. I'll stay up for the two of us.
No, dude, the unbelievable comments immediately. Fiorillo and Flanders. Like, enough with these.
Dude, that's freaking great. Why did you put up Ned Flanders?
What are you talking? That's great. That's your actual name and then my cartoon name where people, of course, it's great for you. I got called Ralphie from the Christmas Story and then somehow Dahmer in the same sentence. Amit calls you, you're laughing your head off online.
By the way, guys, Chris and I do a show Monday nights and Amit and I do a show Thursday nights. So
people call me Kip with Kip Dynamite. Tannorella, because they said Amit called me a princess one day.
Did he really?
Lori. You guys are out here. Bubbles from Trailer Park. I love how people are all naming them off. Don't forget about this one. Don't forget about that one. You guys are sick. You all need help.
Before you go, look at private and just answer yes or no.
No.
Okay.
It says we are cyberbullying. No. I don't want you guys to actually feel bad for me. I actually love it.
But you hold on. You put Ned Flanders on your freaking tagline the other night. That's why I called you Ned Flanders.
It was Halloween.
I don't even know what Ned Flanders is.
Do you want me to show you?
Yes.
Also, you not knowing what Ned Flanders is, everyone needs to understand how much of a cultural shock that was. That Steve doesn't know who Ned Flanders is.
Well, it's probably from something I don't watch.
From the most popular cartoon in history.
Oh, there you go. I don't watch cartoons.
It's The Simpsons.
Yeah, I don't watch The Simpsons. I don't watch Family Guy. I don't watch that stuff.
Here, share my screen, please. Look at all the L's. You're catching many L's.
I don't have time. Guys, I don't have time for that. I will tell you, Curse of Oak Island came back last night. I didn't even know the Curse of Oak Island was back. I got to get up on Curse of Oak Island. We got Power, new season Force coming out on Friday. I don't have time for the cartoons. There's just not enough time in the day.
I don't even know what Curse of Oak Island is. And no one knows.
Dude, you're in Canada. What do you mean you don't know what the Curse of Oak Island is? Are you kidding me?
No one knows what that is.
Everybody knows what the Curse of Oak Island is. Been on the History Channel for the past decade.
The History Channel.
The History Channel, yes.
You think a single person my age watches the History Channel?
Nova Scotia?
I get my history from YouTube.
They're digging treasure, sir. The Curse of Oak Island. This has been over 100-year treasure hunt. Franklin D. Roosevelt, a U.S. president, privately funded a company before he became president for this treasure hunt. It is absolutely crazy. Get into it. It's amazing. Chad Powers. Now I know what Chad Powers is. See, Ray knows what Curse of Oak Island is.
So what? They just go out like a season before they bury treasure and then they get the cameras out there and then they find treasure? What do they do?
No, don't disrespect them like that. So Marty Lagina, okay, big time energy guy, loaded, okay? They bought the island, okay? The amount of excavation they've done, the amount of technology they've put into this, the amount of stuff they've done is incredible. Just do 10 minutes of research. You'll find it fascinating. Fascinating.
I'll need to. There's probably like a debunk me thing on Curse of Oak Island. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Curse of Oak Island's sick. It's sick. Like when you look at the amount of equipment, and when you look at where they were in season 1 and where they are now, it's freaking incredible.
Yeah, Ivar says boomer talk. I feel like that right now. I feel like I'm just having this conversation. I'm getting 10 minutes of advertisements between 30 minutes of too many clips and cuts in this terrible. Oh my
Tanner,
God, we found another treasure trove.
no. Oh my God. So what TV shows? Did you watch Power, Tanner?
I've not seen Power. I've never even heard of Power.
Wow. Okay. Power's freaking great.
These are not like like I've heard of Doogie Howser whenever Amit said Doogie Howser.
Yeah,
Like I've heard of that.
MD, he asked me that question too today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's ever heard of Power.
How has people not heard of Power? It's so gritty. It's incredible.
Yeah, Power Rangers. I've heard of Power Rangers.
No, Power on Stars. It was 5 or 6 seasons, and they've done 3 or 4 spinoffs. It's a huge TV show. Huge.
Okay, we need to wrap this. Oh wait, you're staying on, right? Okay,
I'm going on to hang out with everybody.
You can hang out. You can watch Power.
Dude, see, it's Friday night. Or what time are we going on Friday? 10?
Yeah.
All right, so I need to plan my night around you guys and Power because the new season comes out. And I really hope they're not doing 1 episode a week because I'll be really freaking mad if they do that. It was really annoying when with Dark Wolf, I had to wait every week to watch it.
Okay. See you later, brother.
Later, Tanner. I'll see you soon. All right. Well, there we go. Tanner, aka Future Investing. Please go follow him. He, he's probably got to take a little plunge right now, get in the sauna. Ray, thank you for posting that. And, he's got a good sleep score. I don't have a good sleep score, but he does. And that's what matters. Please follow him. He puts out great stuff. Yeah. So let's hang out for like 23 minutes. I'm going to wrap at 11 or so. So probably no more stock talk unless somebody puts up a question for it. I'll try to answer as much stuff. I'm just looking at the chat right now. So purely interactive. Oracle, I haven't really followed them as much as I was. So I need to look into them a little bit. Look at so how is literally every post on X about how the whole AI data center and CapEx trade is a scam bubble. Just look at the post I pinned on my X. I debunked everything. It's not a scam, guys. These companies are freaking paying for this through cash from operations and profitability. It's not a scam. You look at the backlog from all the cloud infrastructure. This isn't a scam. I still hold Snap, yes. June, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I like hanging out with everybody. Doogie needs his sleep. I don't know if he looks like Doogie, but I maybe I'll say that to him at some point. Talking about Superbad, it's Emma Stone's birthday today. Look, Superbad's a freaking iconic movie. I love it. I absolutely love it. When you explain QXO, if you go to Monday's episode with Chris and I, from Inside the Numbers, we did a deep dive on QXO. So please go look at that. Thank you for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. I'm not into it. I actually don't know anything about this company, but I'm happy to look at it and give you just a quick thought. What's the ticker? Is this a biotech company? COLO. Hold on. GNA. I can't even find this company. Somebody let me know what the ticker is for that. Veal parm or chicken parm? Chicken parm. I only get veal parm if it's somewhere that's really, really good. I do like veal chops, but chicken parm over veal parm. I like Schlumberger. I don't have a price target on Snap. I've had it for a long time, so I have no price target on it. Oh, he's asking about cologne in general? No, I don't wear cologne. Yeah, I thought that was a stock. Oh my God. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah, no, I don't wear cologne. I'm sorry. Somebody said, why do you guys want to send this to Matt? Why do you guys want to send that to Matt? I don't know why that's funny. The HBO version of Gotti is on YouTube. Go watch it on YouTube. I know it's not on HBO Max. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. It's a freaking HBO movie, but I will tell you, it is a top tier mob movie. Okay. Top tier. Candy or chocolate? Interesting. And I know where you're going because chocolate is not candy. Chocolate's chocolate. And I'll tell you, those little morsels that you put in the cookies, just get a bag of them, eat them. They're freaking great. Yes, I've seen Gleaming the Cube. Absolutely. Yeah, I guess this is like when I didn't know what Rickroll was. Boomer moment facts. Sure. Need a DCF on cologne? Is that going to be the new running joke? I have had chicken fried steak. I'm a fan. Favorite donut? I don't really eat donuts, to be perfectly honest. I mean, if I'm going to go to Dunkin' Donuts, I'm probably going to get a double chocolate. But if I'm going to go Krispy Kreme, I'm probably getting glazed. I don't mind a jelly donut, but I gotta be in the mood for it. But I'm just not a donut person. I don't know. I don't trade options. I sell them. I don't trade them. Can you check the apple pie stock? Is there an apple pie stock? Chef Mike, seriously, don't mess with me. Is there an apple pie stock? Because if there's an apple pie stock, I want to know about it. I would like to know about it. Oh boy, we got somebody motivated to get their cards out from the 90s and get them in top loaders. I love it. Good stuff. I like it. Cake or yeast donuts? I actually don't know the difference. Favorite whiskey? Huh. I'm more bourbon person. Here's what I'll tell you. All right. Here's what I'll tell you about that. It may not be the best, but it's the best price point. Go get a bottle of Buffalo Trace. You'll be pretty happy. Phenomenal price point, phenomenal freaking bourbon. Or whatever you want to call it. I think Blanton's is overrated. I like Weller. Angel's Envy's good. Michter's is good. I mean, those are the ones that I would stick to. Now, Scotch, I got a hot take on Scotch where I think the Johnny 18 is just as good as Johnny Blue. And I don't think most people can tell the difference between the two. And Highland Park and Oban are very underrated. Those are my liquor takes. Believe it or not, I haven't gone to many bagel places in NYC. You can get a good bagel anywhere. So the place by me is pretty freaking good. So I just go there. I don't travel for bagels. Not like pizza. It's not like pizza. I'll travel for pizza. I'll travel 2 hours for pizza. So Chef Mike, I love it. Well, if there was a freaking stock for that, I would definitely look into it. Yeah, I mean, Chef Mike, apple or blueberry pie? Where are you at on that? Okay, a lot of people will agree with this. H&H, a lot of people will agree with that. A lot of people will also say Essa Bagel also on third. Those are two very popular places, 100%. There we go. Yeah, I forgot about Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare is good. I'll tell you, Makers isn't bad for their normal. They make some good additional stuff. But yeah, I'm a big Buffalo Trace fan. Big Buffalo Trace fan. Yeah, I have not opened my tops. I don't even have my tops basketball here. My buddy still has my boxes. I got to meet up with him. He got me two of the jumbos. Yeah, I mean, I think Johnny 18 is freaking. I gotta tell you, for the price, it's the best deal in Scotch, hands down. I love it. Woodford, ooh, I got a bottle of Woodford. Haven't even opened it yet. Deep dive on craps strategy. Maybe I'll go Rain Man in a few minutes on craps. I have not watched the TV show Community, Michelle. If it's good, let me know. Apple all day. I mean, I'm with it. I like both. Now, Chef Mike, how about this? What about a really good blueberry raspberry mix? I mean, I have a pie place that'll blow your freaking socks off. I'm gonna bring it up. I am not sponsored by them, but if Briarmere Farms wants to sponsor me, the milkman will definitely eat your pies. No question about it. This place is unfreaking believable. What the hell is going on? Sorry, it's Briarmere. Jesus Christ. When I say Berkshire Farm, Jesus Christ. I'm horrible. Hold on. All right. This place is a freaking stand in the middle of nowhere in Riverhead. And let me tell you something. It is unbelievable. They do fresh jams, jellies, and syrup. But their pie list, I mean, their pies are so good. And look, they're pricey, but they are so incredible. I cannot even begin to tell you how good these freaking pies are. They're incredible. Absolutely incredible. They don't have the blueberry raspberry anymore. They only have the raspberry peach and raspberry cherry. I've never had the raspberry peach. I could definitely get down on that. Definitely. But yeah, this place does some crazy pies. Like, it's amazing. Yeah, Tannor almost ruined my night with his bagel pronunciation. I gotta tell you, a little, a little scary. I don't know. I feel like everybody loves Nebius. I think that they're doing a lot of things right. So, oh no, I'll look at it again. Whoa, Matt Flo. Whoa. I'm throwing away 1,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Please don't do that. Listen to me. Go to tcgplayer.com. Okay? Please don't just throw those away until you at least go to this website. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to link it in the chat. Okay? Go to this website. Go to Yu-Gi-Oh! Find the set. Go to the single cards, and please see what they're worth. I mean, I don't know which ones you have, but keep in mind, these are just raw. All right? These are just raw cards. Don't just throw them away. Please. Don't just do that. I just linked it. Don't just throw them away. Yeah, good pie with fresh fruit, Chef Mike. I'm so with you. I love pie. So Briarmere is incredible. I'm a big pie person. I don't know if I'm getting into nebulous. So Chef Mike, have you heard of Jericho's cider mill? Because if you have, I think Briarmere is better than Jericho's cider mill. So if I'm putting it in tier, Jericho's cider mill is A, Briarmere is S. And that's saying a lot because Jericho's cider mill is freaking incredible. Let's see. What is the best site for sports cards? I mean, eBay is a de facto one for me, so I'll stick with eBay. I like eBay a lot, but Fanatics is supposedly building a really good site also. Best steakhouse in NYC. Look, I don't think that there is a best steakhouse. I think it's subjective to people. I think there's a tremendous amount of high-end steakhouses that are really good. And what I will tell you is I think a lot of people can have favorites, and 5 people could say a favorite, and I wouldn't disagree because there's that many good steakhouses in NYC. I will tell you, instead of what's the best, I'll tell you what's the most overrated. And to me, Luger is the most overrated. So many steakhouses I'll go to before Peter Luger. Overrated. Let's see. Any earnings that I was surprised with? I was surprised with SoFi's earnings, and I was surprised with Palantir's earnings. I mean, 63% year-over-year growth in Q3. Crazy. How do you find single cards on TCG? You got to know the set that it's in. You got to look for the set and then click on it, and you'll find all the single cards. I mean, look, a lot of people say Luger's is their favorite. I don't hate that. I'm just saying that to me, I think Luger's is overrated. I mean, I've been to so many steakhouses. I really do think Luger's is overrated. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Just my opinion. Like, I'm not going out to Brooklyn to go to Luger's. And I'm not going to freaking Great Neck to go to Luger's. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll ride with Ed on this one. That Wolfgang's, and I have not been to Wolfgang's on Park. I've been to Wolfgang's on, what is it, 41st and 10th in Hell's Kitchen. I mean, I think Wolfgang's is amazing. And Old Homestead, I'll go to Homestead over Luger's. I'll go to Keen's over Luger's. I'll go to Uncle Jack's over Luger's. I'll go to Benjamin's over Luger's. So I got to be in the mood for Ruth Chris. I don't hate Ruth Chris. I think Ruth Chris makes a good steak. I got to be in the mood for it, though, because the amount of butter that they cook with. You know where else I went to Hillstone not too long ago. Hillstone was freaking great. Really was. I mean, look, F1, people are gonna get upset at this. I like all cuts of steak. Okay. I am a steak aficionado, but I think Wagyu's overrated. And I'm only getting a ribeye if I can see it first. I don't want a ribeye that's got a ridiculous amount of marbleization and fat. Like, I want the freaking meat. So for me, I want a porterhouse most times because I do like a strip, but I really love a fillet. Most importantly, I want bone in, and the porterhouse gives me the best of both worlds. Now, I tend to order a fillet for lunch when I go out for lunch, and I really enjoy it because I want a fillet where it is fiery pink in the middle, that when I take into a bite into it, it just explodes in my mouth. That's what I want. I have not been to Tad's Steakhouse. Nah, Chilean sea bass, I'm not down with it. Sorry. Not down with it. 100% my God, best steak take I ever heard. I mean, look, and this is where I'm at with ordering. I'm no longer saying medium or medium rare, because even though there's a whole thing with temperatures, and Chef Mike, if you're still here, I would really like your opinion on this. I am no longer saying medium or medium rare. I am telling the waiter or waitress, I want it fiery pink in the middle. So whenever I take a bite, it explodes in my mouth. However your definition is, or however you cook it together like that, I don't care. As long as that's the way it comes to me, I don't care what your definition of it is. Just that's the way I want it. Because I find that when I say medium rare, some places it comes out exactly how I want. And then when I say medium rare, some other places it comes out still purple, which I'm going to eat it and I'm going to enjoy it, but that's not how I truly enjoy it. Yes, explodes in my mouth. Like, there's just something about a perfect fiery pink steak that when you bite into it, all the juices explode in your mouth. I don't know. That's the only way I can describe it. Yes, I actually love bison. Bison burgers are amazing. I really like bison. I like venison. I like all that gamey meat. I'm good with it. I've actually never been to Texas Roadhouse, and I've never been to Longhorns. Man, you're making me hungry going to Krispy Kreme. Look, I'm not saying Peter Luger's is bad. I'm just saying it's overrated. And here's why. I feel like so many people think that if they don't say Peter Luger, people are going to look at them weird. Because Peter Luger has become the de facto place to say is your favorite steakhouse. And I hate when things get like that. And maybe I'm a little jaded because of that. But I do think that it's overrated because there's a lot of places I'd rather go instead. And maybe it's because I'm proximity. I think it's a pain in the ass to get to Luger's. And there's just so many other good steakhouses in the city that it's just not worth going to Brooklyn for. Now, you want to talk about DeFara? I'm traveling to Brooklyn for DeFara. So I'm traveling to Brooklyn for Luigi's. You want to talk about bakeries? I'm traveling to Brooklyn for Fortunato Brothers. I'm not traveling to Brooklyn for freaking Peter Luger. Just not happening. Yeah, Old Homestead is legit. I love Old Homestead. Favorite restaurant in New York City? Okay. And now this is where I'm going to say that you're going to have to take what I say with a grain of salt. Because unfortunately, where I'm about to say a lot of celebrities go to, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're just saying that, blah, blah, blah. And maybe it was because of the people I was with, and maybe it was because of the situation when I went there. Okay. I was with a very close friend who passed away, and I was with another very close friend and a bunch of other friends. There was 7 or 8 of us. We went to Carbone's, and it was truly the best meal I've had in New York City. It was unbelievable. It was the best veal parm I've ever had. I felt like I walked into my grandmother's basement. The linoleum tile on the floor. It is your quintessential old school Italian restaurant. It is night and day better than Don Pep's. I mean, it was absolutely incredible. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. Best meal I've had in NYC. Let's see. Do I eat at Hell's Kitchen? I don't even know if Hell's Kitchen is a place. Like a place to eat. It's an area in the city. I mean, there's a lot of good energy plays, I think. I like pipelines. That's just me. A lot of people say Gallagher's. I don't even know if I've been there. You know where I have not been? I've never been to Sparks. I need to go there just to see if it's any good. I've never been there. Oh, June, that's funny. T-shirt, fiery red and explodes in my mouth. Who would buy that here? I mean, there's a bunch of T-shirt slogans that the chat has come up with. Somebody came up with "No cookie left behind." There's a lot of slogans. I need to really look into merch. All right, here you go. Look, Chef Mike was an executive chef at the Ritz-Carlton for, I think, 15 or 20 years. So take what he says very seriously. Yeah, same here. You get different cooks for medium, or most cooks can't cook a steak and it's a crap shot. I tell them I want the internal temp at 130 degrees. Yeah, I mean, 130. Hold on. Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. So I'm going to actually bring up a steak chart. This is is this a good one? Is this a better one? Give me one sec. I'm going to bring this up. I don't know if this is the best pictures, but and I agree with Chef Mike. So medium rare is 135 and rare is 125. And from the way the picture looks, I'm with them. 130 is my sweet spot, I think, because a lot of places, if you say medium rare, it's coming out rare or like that. Rare is fine to me, but I want it just a little bit more than that. So yeah, I'm at 130. I think that's a perfect temperature because that would constitute exactly what I said. Fiery pink, explodes in your mouth. Oh, look at this. Bacon steak appetizer, steak is mid after they sold the new ownership. They make a damn good burger, though. I will say that. Yeah, game meat does hit differently. It really does. Yeah, look, I can't even tell you. Carbone is very hard to get into. One of my buddies can get in anywhere pretty much, and he took us, and it was an amazing meal, absolutely amazing. If you have the opportunity to go, I truly suggest going. I actually have not been to any Brazilian steakhouses. They have a Carbone in Denver. I know they opened one in Vegas, I feel like. Okay, you know where I miss? So they used to have a Mortaranos at Harrah's in Atlantic City, and I used to really enjoy Mortaranos. It's no longer there. I really used to enjoy that place. Let's see. Some of these I can't read out loud. I'm a nurse and I would totally wear a I don't care shirt to work. That's hilarious. I've never been to Red Stag. I did not read Dalio's article. Did he put something out new out? I mean, I think his whole take on the collapse in nations is freaking amazing. Favorite stand-up comedian? I mean, I don't really watch that stuff. There's guys I think are funny and women I think are funny, but I don't really watch that stuff. I can't tell you. we're stimulating into a bubble. When the biggest companies in the world that generate the most profitability in the world are trading at 20 to 27 times forward earnings, I don't know if you can really call that a bubble. I mean, there's pockets of the market that are super expensive. Rodney Dangerfield, legend. Legend. Absolute legend. I've never been to car mines in Washington, D.C. I've been to car mines in AC, though. Oh, Eddie Murphy Raw was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, I guess we're going into overtime for a little bit. Listen, I like hanging out with everybody after all the serious stuff is done. So I like talking about random stuff with everybody. Tommy Boy versus Black Sheep. Tommy Boy all day. Tommy Boy all day. Yeah. Eddie Murphy, Raw, and Delirious were just, you could never make those today. They were incredible. I'm actually not a prime rib fan. I don't know why anybody would order a prime rib. Just get a freaking porterhouse. Random hour with the milk jugs. Three Amigos or My Cousin Vinny. That's a interesting one. They're both freaking. I can't choose that. I can't choose it. Best grocer for steak. Interesting. I have a lot of butchers near me that I can go to, so I would pick a butcher. But if I'm not going to a butcher, I mean, there's a lot of good places. I mean, look, Whole Foods has a good butcher. I I would just go to Whole Foods. They're not hard to find if you don't have like a traditional butcher near you that has good meat. You can't miss with Whole Food. And if you're going to order, Snake River Farms. Snake River Farms is ridiculous. Oh, stop it. Last of the Mohicans all day, every day. I won't even sit through 5 minutes of Dances with Wolves. Come on. Like, movies were so bad back in the day. Has anybody realized that? Like, people think that, like, Dances with Wolves is some classic movie. Like, it's horrible. Horrible. Costco, best steak, forget about it. I'm not going to go against buying stuff at Costco. Dances with Wolves is awesome. I go to a local farmer dude I used to work with. He sends it in a packing plant, and I pick it up from there. Best beef ever. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I get a lot of my meat from this place, Goodell Farms. They're freaking great. I mean, I would order from this place. To be brutally honest with everybody, let me share this. If you want, like, look, Snake River Farms is amazing. It's expensive though. These guys aren't cheap, but I don't think they're as expensive as Snake River. And I will tell you that the food is incredible here, like really incredible. It is, yeah, they're out in Riverhead also. They're actually out by Briarmere Farms for the pies. Um, that's a big sampler package. mean, look, it's. I mean, this is actually looks interesting. That looks like a good deal. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, this place. I'll tell you that that their meat is freaking great. If you're a meat person, you will not be disappointed with Goodale Farms. I can promise you that. I mean, now Snake River. Snake River is freaking amazing. Why didn't it update on there? Hold on. Snake River Farms is probably my favorite to order from. I mean, definitely not cheap, but it is so freaking good. I mean, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to go to Instagram. Yeah, Chef Mike, they definitely have a lot of gourmet items. Snake River's sick. Oh my God, June. That's amazing. Like, I would love to go hunting and be able to come back with like 200 or 300 pounds of meat and just have it in a fucking freezer. That'd be freaking great. I'm a Greek yogurt person. Chef Paul is probably sleeping right now. We got Chef Mike though. We're gonna have to get Chef Mike to come on at some point. I'm gonna reach out to Chef Mike. Maybe we can get him and Chef Paul together and do a whole food thing where I just ask a question and let them go back and forth. I think that we'll learn a lot. Porterhouse. I order porterhouses. It's the best of both worlds. I want both. Porterhouse is freaking. It's my stuff. It's my stuff. Chef Mike, too kind. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I mean, look, I try. I'm a foodie at heart. I mean, you get me going down the bakery list. I mean, forget it. Start talking about cookies and cannolis for hours. I mean, they nicknamed me the cannoli ninja on Mulberry Street. All right. My office used to be in Jersey. Coming home, would go through the freaking Holland, or cut up canal, bang a left on Mulberry, double park, run and get a cappuccino and a cannoli, get back in the car. They nicknamed me the cannoli ninja. Because I was in and out. I mean, Baby Johnny makes some freaking amazing cannolis. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a prime rib guy. There's no reason to freaking eat a prime rib. Like, seriously, if you're going to a restaurant, you're really ordering prime rib. I mean, I can't bring myself to order a prime rib when I can get a porterhouse or a ribeye. Occasion ribeye is good. Or night. I mean, here's my problem with the fillets. Don't bring me a menu that has an 8 or a 10 ounce fillet. I want a 14 or a 16 ounce freaking fillet. Yeah, I mean, look, a bunch of people like prime rib is better than steak. I'm not one of those people. Then get two. I love it. That's actually not a horrible idea. Get a prime rib for the table. You know, you can freaking get away with that and just say for the table. That's actually not a bad idea. I may try to maybe I'll do that at some point. Just get a prime rib for the table just so I can have some. Cannoli Kid and Donut Ding Dong Wednesday nights with Steven Tanner. That's hilarious. The real question is, are you getting a cappuccino or espresso after the meal with your freaking pastries? I'm a cappuccino person. Even though Chef Paul says you're not allowed to have a cappuccino after 11 a.m., give me a cappuccino with my cannolis. Please give me a cappuccino with the cannolis. Coffee in the morning. I just want, go Starbucks. I get a pike with half and half. That's it. I'm simple. I'm a simple guy. I don't like when people get the pump of this, pump of that. It's nuts. I used to drink coffee all the time. I used to drink like 6 or 7 cups. I'm down to 1 to 2. I stopped for like 8 months. I can't do black coffee. It's too bitter. I do think sugar in coffee is disgusting. Knicks are going to be good this season. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Let's see. Yeah. June, I agree. All you need is a little half and half for cream or even whole milk. I'm good with that. Cappuccino usually just at a restaurant. I mean, I can do a cappuccino from Starbucks. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad. But most good restaurants do a good cappuccino. Yes, we will definitely get Chef Paul back on at some point. Thank you. I like my idea of Starbucks serving wine also in the evening. I think it would be great. I think they should. I think that they would do very well. I think that they could have their own line at Costco and at supermarkets, same way they have their own line of coffee in the supermarket. I think it's really a good idea for them. Top 3 sandwiches for lunch. Chicken Parm Hero. Just a straight turkey lettuce tomato with mozzarella because I don't like bacon. Not a bacon person. So turkey lettuce tomato mozzarella on white toast. And Cajun chicken with peppers and onions and mozzarella on a wrap. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not into bacon. I don't know. Yeah, Chef Mike, I don't know. It's weird. It's not that I don't like it. I'm just not into it. Like, I can live without bacon. It's just not, I don't know. Do not send me a prime rib with bacon on it. I don't want a bacon wrapped freaking filet or any of that stuff. I'm just not into it. And why did you have to say 3? Why couldn't we say 4? Because you know what? A steak teriyaki hero with peppers and onions. Oh, forget it. Heaven. 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 No, I'm not into sushi. I don't do sushi. Not into it. I don't eat sushi. I'm not into it. No, no. Yeah, I mean, look, salmon's fine, swordfish is fine, tuna's fine. I'm just shrimp fine. I'm certainly not ordering fish when I go out to a restaurant. I can't. I've never ordered fish at a restaurant. Except no, that's not true. Gossman's out in Montauk because they only serve seafood. I had swordfish, but I'm not freaking ordering fish at a restaurant. Like, no, not happening. No, they're cooked. I don't do sushi. Like, I'll eat salmon or tuna, but they're cooked. I mean, it's hard to not say McDonald's for favorite fast food. It's very hard. No, I don't do the IU tuna steaks. No. I mean, favorite Chinese takeout order: chicken and broccoli, vegetable fried rice, thing of white rice. I'm good. I don't get crazy. Yeah, General Tao's okay. I mean, the place by me is incredible. So, you know what? All this talk about food, I think I'm gonna have a midnight snack before midnight. I think I'm gonna have to do it. The real question is, am I really about to fire up the frying pan and freaking make eggs and potatoes, peppers and onions? I mean, am I really gonna do that? I don't know. That's not a bad idea. I go downstairs and go get some ice cream. Favorite comfort food? I mean, ice cream, right? I don't know if it's too much work. I already have all the potatoes already done with peppers and onions in them, and we really just be throwing them in the pan with a little bit of garlic, maybe chopping up a little bit more onion, than throwing like 4 eggs on it. No, eight's too many. I'm not. I don't work out anymore. Eight's way too many. See, I like that. Getting your meat from a country butcher. I like that. Uh, I'm not a French toast guy. I prefer pancakes or a Belgian waffle. Yeah, please try the ice cream coffee thing. Just go get Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream, put like 2 scoops in your coffee cup, and then pour hot coffee over it. Change your life. It will change your life. White meat on turkey. Um, that's a good question. I don't know where the best Belgian waffle is. My bagel order is simple. Everything bagel with butter. Very simple. I want a classic. I don't need cream cheese. I don't need lox. I don't need any of that stuff. And if I'm getting eggs, you don't do eggs on a bagel. You got to do eggs on a roll. I mean, it gets too messy. Yeah, I mean, if you tried the vanilla bean with coffee, try coffee with ice cream with coffee, you'll really blow your mind. Blow your mind. All right, everyone. You guys have made me hungry. I'm going to go make something. And I will be back tomorrow with a Mitt at 9 or 9:30. And we'll go from there. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Truly appreciate it. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Have a great night.